Peak Pay is not offered to make a bad order better. It's to make a good order even better. As a DoorDash driver, there are some tips and tricks that I wish I knew when I first started driving with DoorDash. There were some mistakes that I made, and I want to help you avoid making those mistakes yourself and making this business as profitable as it can be for you. So let me know in the comments, do you drive with DoorDash full-time or part-time? Or do you not even drive with DoorDash and you're just looking for information? Let me know in the comments. And make sure that you stay until the end, because I'm going to give you some tips that apply for all of these food delivery platforms, not just with DoorDash. The first thing that I wish I knew was that acceptance rate does not matter. I remember the first day that I started with DoorDash, I was super eager. I was like, yay, I'm a DoorDash driver. And orders came in and I was like, this is tiny, but okay, there must be something else behind this. You know, I hear that this is a pretty good side business to have. And I was just taking every single order that came to my phone. I got home and I was like, there has to be a different way. And that's when I started looking into YouTube videos, which is why I'm happy that you're here, because you're looking into YouTube videos as well. And that's when I learned that acceptance rate does not matter. Unless you're going for one of the specific programs that DoorDash offers, like Top Dasher, or if you're in a diamond program, but these are different things. You know, some say that they're good, some say that they're not good. Me personally, I'm not going for Top Dasher because it's not needed in my market. The diamond program is here. However, I didn't really see a difference when I went for it. You know, they're going to do whatever they need to do to make sure that they're making money at the end of the day. So you need to do what you want to do to make sure that you're making money at the end of the day. So this is why you don't need to accept every single offer that comes to your screen. You really have to decide what your threshold is and stick to it. Yes, sometimes you're going to fluctuate. You know, in the morning times, you might decide to go a little bit lower, whereas at supper time, you might decide to go a little bit higher, but you will set those parameters and decide which order you're going to take and which one you are going to decline, because you can decline as many as you want. Presently, my DoorDash acceptance rate is at 6%. I'm still on the platform. When it comes to tips, DoorDash hides tips for anything that is above $4. So let's say if your base pay is $4 in your area and your customer decides to tip you $5. On your offer screen, you're going to see $8. Once you complete that order, that's when it's going to show you the full $5 that the customer gave you as a tip. And it's going to tell you that you received $9 for that order instead of the $8 that was originally shown. So you need to be careful whenever you're accepting a DoorDash order. If it's really close in distance and you see that it is above that $8, there could be a hidden tip on that. If you see your order come in at $4, you know that there is absolutely no tip on that order. And that will be for you to decide if you want to accept it, but I would highly suggest that you do not accept no tip offers. When it comes to scheduling with DoorDash, there are two ways that you can do this. Either you're in a really hot market and your screen is always going to be red and you can dash now. So that is one way that you can start dashing, or you can schedule yourself. Personally speaking, I love to schedule myself. I do this a week in advance, and this way I know that I have a block available to me. And if I decide that I need to go on a little bit earlier or a little bit later, then I check to see if that's possible. One tip I can give you when it comes to scheduling is do not schedule your entire day in one block. There are a lot of things that happen with the DoorDash schedule. Sometimes it kicks you off the schedule by mistake or on purpose, who knows. Sometimes you might pause your DoorDash and then forget to go back on it. I like to break up my DoorDash schedule into different chunks throughout the day. So let's say if I want to dash for the entire day from 12 until 8 p.m. I'm not going to select 12 to 8 p.m. I'll select, let's say, 12 until 2:30, and then I'll do 3 until 5. And then I'll do 5:30 until 8. And this way, I guarantee that if something happens to my schedule, I can always jump back on. Also, in between those half an hour blocks, because with DoorDash, you have to leave half an hour in between your schedules. If it is busy, then you're going to be able to dash now, which is why you want to strategically put those spaces when it's a time that would normally be busy and you could just hop back on and dash now. You're not going to see the customer's address on the offer screen. However, once you accept your order, you will be able to see the customer's address if you go into the details of your order. This could be really helpful because when you're looking at your offer screen and you see the pinpoint of where your customer is, you can zoom in and you can see approximately where that customer lives. Is it in an area that you don't want to go to, or is it in an area that is very far from the other restaurants? If that's the case, you might not want to take that order because then you're going to have to drive all the way back to your central location to be able to get another order. DoorDash offers something that's called Peak Pay. Now, Peak Pay is when you get a bonus for every single order that you deliver. The one thing that I love about Peak Pay is that it should be treated exactly as that, a bonus. Let's say if you get an order that comes in at $4 and your base pay is $4, you know that this is a no-tip offer. If your peak pay is $1 or $2, it will show up as $5 or $6. That doesn't mean that this is now an order that you should accept. This means that this is an order that is giving you $1 to $2 bonus, and you should decide, I'm still not accepting that because it is originally a $4 order. Peak pay is not offered to make a bad order better. It's to make a good order even better. The tips and tricks that I'm going to give you right now are going to cover all of these gig apps. Number one, we are independent contractors. That means that we do not work for these companies, we work with these companies. This is why you need to make sure that these companies are providing you with offers that satisfy your business requirements. So if the dollars per kilometer or dollars per mile is not satisfactory, do not accept it. If it's bringing you in a bad area, do not accept it. If you don't want to deal with that restaurant, do not accept it. You get to decide. Since this is a business, you want to make sure that you're keeping track of all of the expenses that you incur during the operation of your business so that you can claim all of these tax write-offs at the end of the year. If you don't know what you're doing, consult with a CPA, but I would highly suggest that you look into this either yourself or with a CPA to figure out what exactly are the tax advantages of owning a business and what can you claim as a tax write-off. Get to know your territory. Where are the restaurants where you're going to wait long? Where are the restaurants where the food is always ready? This would be really good information to know because then you will be better prepared to make really good financial decisions for your business. If you've been liking the tips and tricks that I've been giving you so far in this video, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also like this video. That way I'll know that I'm giving you information that you believe is helpful for you and your business. I highly suggest downloading the customer side of the app. There are a few reasons for this. Number one, you can see if there are any restaurants that are provided promos, because if there's a promo at a specific restaurant, then you know that that restaurant might be a little bit busier than they normally are. Another thing for that is that you would now know which restaurant is partnered with which app. Now, this is something that you might think is kind of like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go to a restaurant that I figure is with that app, but not all restaurants are linked with a specific app. So this is why it's really good to download the customer side of the application, because you can see, first of all, who do they deal with? And then you can see what promos that they have, what times do they close, what times do they open, and all of this can help you make the best decisions for your business. One very big tip that I can give you is do not rely on just one app. You do not want to put all of your eggs in one basket, just like you shouldn't have just one source of income. You should always try to diversify your sources of income. So the same thing goes with all of these apps. Do not just rely on one, because they can deactivate you very easily and then you have no recourses. You don't want to get deactivated or something happened to your account and then you have no other way to bring in any income to your household. So sign up with all of the apps that are possible. That doesn't necessarily mean drive with all of them at one time, but at least sign up with them just in case you need to pull them out of your back pocket. Now that you have these tips and tricks with DoorDash, you might be wondering, okay, but how do I actually complete an order? What does the order screen look like? In that case, you're going to want to check out this video here so that you can see exactly what an order looks like from beginning to end with DoorDash. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.